The film begins in India. A woman, Neela Aditi Kalkund, tells her son Jatin Malik the story of Lord Hanuman. Legend has it that the monkey god devoured the sun, and other gods stripped him of his powers as punishment. In the present-day Yatana, her son is now a warrior known only as Kid Dev Patel. He dons a monkey mask and fights in underground tournaments at a place called the Tiger Temple. In the final fight, Kid is defeated. The club owner Tiger, Sharto Copley, cuts Kid's earnings despite his protests. Kid receives information from a boy on the street that a woman named Queenie Kapoor, Ashwini Kalsika, who runs a brothel called King's, is connected to a guru named Baba Shakti Makaran Deshpande, who has ties to Kid's past. Kid gets a street robber to steal Queenie's wallet at a street restaurant, then returns it to her at the King's Hotel. She gives him money to get rid of him, but Kid manages to convince Queenie to hire him for a job that no one else wants to do. Kid starts working in the kitchen under the name Bobby. He befriends his co-worker, Alfonso Pito Bash, and witnesses how ruthlessly Queenie works. Kid then goes to a secret area downtown to buy a small gun. While at work, he convinces Alfonso to go to the Tiger Temple to bet on Kid's opponent for the night, so that he can earn some easy money, which will motivate Kid to get promoted and work his way to the top of the Kings. During the match, Kid keeps his promise, winning the first 2 rounds but losing the 3rd round. Alfonso assigns Kid to work on the upper floors of King's, dealing with big clients including Police Chief Rana Singh, Sikandar Kaur, one of Kid's main targets. Kid sees that one of the new girls, Sita, Subhita Dulipala, feels uncomfortable with one of the men and leaves before succumbing to the temptation to attack him. After seeing him feeding stray dogs, they talk outside and she tells him he shouldn't work in such a place. Kid continues practicing his showdowns over a period of time until he is granted access to the VIP floor. He sees Rana receiving a lap dance from Sita, who hands him a bottle of tainted cocaine. This leads Lana to the bathroom, where Kid attempts to confront him at gunpoint, but is distracted by a nearby thug, giving Lana the opportunity to punch Kid. They engage in a brutal fight in which another thug is killed, but Lana nearly kills Kid until she stabs him in the face. Kid flees the building, only to end up fighting off other gunmen. Kid escapes with Alfonso in his car, only to be run over by more of Lana's corrupt officers. Alfonso escapes on foot while Kid is abducted. After regaining consciousness in the back seat of a police car, Kid steals a gun and kills the guard in the back. He then goes outside. He runs through a brothel where thugs try to kill him, including one with an axe. Kid bites off his nose and is shot in the head by a group of gunmen who approach him. Kid runs across the rooftops until he is shot by a helicopter overhead and crashes into the river. Kid then wakes up at the Ardhanarishwar Temple, a target of Baba Shakti's group, because it is a transgender community, and is greeted by the head priest, Alpha Vipin Sharma. She shows Kid the statues of Shiva and Parvati before explaining their story. The temple people also tend to Kid's wounds. Baba Shakti recovers, and while spending time among the people, she learns about the attack on Rana. Shakti tells Rana to deal with Kid immediately, because even though he is nobody, he could soon become someone who will destroy her entire empire. Alpha speaks privately with Kid and understands that he is carrying a deep pain inside. She gives him a hallucinogenic powder which helps him wake up. In a flashback, Baba Shakti is shown ordering Rana and his men to invade Kid's village, massacre everyone and set everything on fire. Neela hides him, but he is forced to witness Rana sexually and physically abusing her before strangling her. He then has his men set her body on fire, and Kid tries in vain to resuscitate her as he leaves, leaving his body covered in burn marks. As Shakti's Sovereign Party candidate, Adesh Joshi begins to rise in the polls, Kid begins training to regain his strength. Though there has already been a debate about the treatment of minorities, Mr. Shakti still seems to be swaying public opinion in his favor. At the temple, a young woman is beaten by Rana's men after receiving an eviction notice. Kid returns to the Tiger Temple and gets the former boy to bet on him to win. Kid's first opponent, King Cobra, who originally defeated him, goes down easily when Kid knocks him out with a swift kick. He then ends up facing off against a much larger foe named Baloo the Bear. The fight becomes more violent, but Kid defeats Baloo, earning applause from the audience, including a proud Alfonso of Monkey Man. Kid has the boy collect the earnings and donate them to the Ardhanarishvar temple. On the night of Diwali, Joshi is elected ruler and a celebration is held at King's. Kid arrives wearing a monkey mask and beats up a guard, before leading Alpha's fighters to help kill the other guards. As Shakti's people celebrate Joshi's victory, Kid sets off fireworks and ignites gas cylinders before breaking into the building with a literal bang. He destroys Shakti's men throughout the building before being cornered by an entire group of thugs. Ardhanarishvara's warriors arrive and help Kid fight the goons. Queenie appears with a gun and tries to kill Kid, but Sita hits him over the head with a tray, killing him. Kid then cuts off Queenie's thumb with a tray and challenges her to a fight. Kid enters Rama's floor and has a rematch with Rama. Rama resists again, but Kid gets the upper hand and hits Rama over the head with her stiletto heel. Every time he tries to get up, he pushes him down. Rama finally has enough and Kid beats him until he finally cracks his skull. He then uses Queenie's thumb to get up. Kid finally confronts Baba Shakti. He tries to approach Kid in a way that seems peaceful, but Kid won't give up. Shakti shows Kid a paduka, sandal, made by one of his devout followers to stop his feet from harming any living thing. When Kid is distracted by the light of a helicopter, Shakti pulls a knife from the paduka and stabs Kid in the stomach. Before delivering the fatal blow, Kid stabs Shakti in the hand with the other knife, knocking him unconscious and stabbing him multiple times in the chest. Shakti begs for mercy, and Kid replies that only God can forgive him now. Kid then plunges the knife into Shakti's head. As he looks up at the figure of Hanuman, he has a final flashback of his mother before collapsing.